What's up, everybody? Boheim back with another video. Today I'm looking at another armored puppet. This one is the Industry Type 9, made by Creative Field and 57 Toys. If you've seen my other armored puppet videos on my channel, congratulations. You're a cool person. And if you're watching this right now and have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if you can. That would be really cool. I'm not liking it for the money or anything like that. It's just neat to see subscriber numbers go up. You know what I mean? I've covered this this line quite a bit before, probably 4 or 5 times. Let's be honest. When you get these armored puppets, you're getting the same thing each time. You really are. You're getting this. This is the same creation I saw last time and the time before that, and da da. But. Oops, and I just did that on accident. But what I would like to, oops, I just did that on accident. But what the cool thing about these is like a lot of the lines that I cover, because I cover approximately 12 lines. This is one of them. Like Hexagear, for example, you're really buying into a system, you know, a design kind of ethic, I guess you'd want to say, a design style, you know, like a certain type of an idea, a world, maybe there's some lore there, you know, a genre of a type of toy. And the reason I really enjoy this one is because it is a modular system, meaning that I can take off this part and put that part on another one, and I can do this, and I can really do a lot with a little, with 2 or 3 of these kits. You can make 4 or 5 or 6 different little things. Not only that, but you can paint them, you can you know, customize them all you want. And these are the same scale as Hexagear, 124. Yep. So these guys can be sitting in the Hexagear pilot seats, or in the case of like this one, what I really want to do is make him a like a little maintenance bot, you know, doing his little maintenance there on one of the Hexagear you know, suits or whatever. So really fantastic line. Although you know, the what you call the inner frame, which is this skeletal frame underneath the armor. Now I can't get that part off. Oh, here, I'll just show you this way. You can see the skeletal frame under there underneath all these little armor bits. That is what you would call an inner frame. It's like a human skeleton. That is pretty much always the same for each one. Now you kind of want that, because that means there's a baseline for you to start in. You know what to expect. And then you can swap out all these armor parts and really mix and match. This one came in the blue, in like a blue, as well as like, sorry, my new camera, I'm still figuring out how to use it. It came in this blue armor color and as well as this yellow, so I thought I'd mix and match it a bit to show you. Really, I prefer the yellow on the Hexagear forums. I mean, or I'm sorry, Facebook group. There was somebody else posted it in the yellow armor only, and I really actually kind of preferred that. And I'll show you here what you get in the box. I've got 2 of these. I love when you do this, when you're putting together a toy order. You accidentally order 2 of one. I literally had 2 in the cart and didn't notice, because I guess I had put 1 in before, didn't notice the total being different than what it should have been. Bought 2. So you get first, of course, the instruction book. The instruction books are always a lot of fun. That looks like a nice comic book thing, and I'll go through all the little bits he gets here. It's again the same basic build you get for every armored puppet on the base. I mean, pretty much always. And this is, I always write this on every model kit I ever have. I snapped when I finished it. Sometimes I'll even put the weather or a little note or whatever, because trust me, in 5, 10, 15 years, when you look back on old model kits and you see these little notes, it's really nice to have. These aren't something I'm going to sell for money or whatever, so that's just a little personal note to myself. So you just do there's some pretty basic building there that you're going to do. Nothing really spectacular there. Where this one really shines is that it has an industrial look. It has some bits and baubles in it that are, you know, much more industrial. I can't tell if this camera is really focusing or not. It is a new S21 Ultra, so the camera is a bit too finicky, a bit too professional for my choice. So I've got to figure it all out. I wonder if I touch the camera, that helps a little bit. Anyway, so you get all these cool this little drill part. You get this little, it's an actual hacksaw. You get like this cool thing. I'll show you real quick some of the little bits you get. This part I thought was just part of the stand, like almost a little weapons stand, or, you know, you literally get some pliers. This reminds me of the Gunpla from BDO. What is it? Iron Blooded Orphans, IBO. That's the one I'm thinking of, BDO, the game. where the robot has literally like a big giant pair of pliers. So this guy can hold those and I guess do space work or whatever he's supposed to be doing. You get this cool little weapon, which I thought was really funny, just a neat little weapon. But you can actually, you kind of fold it up, I believe. Actually, you do this, then you fold it out, and then you fold it in, and fold that in, and then it's like a suitcase. It's almost like a little transformer. It reminds me of the little tapes you would get with Soundwave, you know. So that's a neat little thing. Here's this one they showed there in the thing, and it's like I guess a grabber thingy. I'm not really sure what for, but it looks cool. Who cares what it's for? Who cares if it has a use or not? But I like that they're putting these little handles here because you can have your little guy grab it, carry it around. He even has a handle here so you could use it. And being that it's adjustable, you should be able to put it into two hands pretty easily. And then I thought I got something else. Let me show you, like what I always like to do here, the extra bits you get, because the extra bits are always, this is what's cool about this system. You're not only getting one model, you're getting all these little extra bits to make different versions of the same model. And it works really well. I have a whole box of these parts. These are parts for the stands, which I'll show you in a minute. Excuse me, the stands are displays. I guess that one's it. No, it's got one little part in there for his waist. The displays that these come with are fantastic. I just wish more of the industry would do that. There's an extra head, no face, so you can swap out the face if you don't like the look. More display parts. Here's some more of the armor. See, I could switch all this out for yellow. It gives you literally the same armor in a different color. It's really great for doing that. I don't know why I get a little distortion on the edges with this camera. I'll have to figure out the settings going on it. Like I said, it's a little too professional. This is neat. This little part goes on his butt. It's like a little fuel tank or something. Just neat little parts that kind of tell a story. This is the one I did not put together yet. It's like a giant wrench. You have an axe. It's like a power axe kind of thing. Excuse me. So you get like, look, it's an actual kind of a vise. So just fun. It's just such a fun little system, a kit. I don't know absolutely the lore on it, but so as you can see, I enjoy the industrial look. I've always talked about this, but the orange armor is much better than the blue. I think it's just a lot better. It just looks cooler. The details are a little more obvious. The blue is a little just, I don't quite like the color. It's just a little too bright. And of course you get a bunch of dog hair if you have your dog everywhere, and you get all that. And then this comes with everyone too. I show this every time. It's a whole pack of little fists that you can use. I don't know if you can use these with your hexagears, maybe your governors, I don't know. But some great little fists in there, and this little expressive one. So I might try to swap some of those out. But then you get these little displays. This one comes with like a little fan thing, which I thought was awesome. And what I've been doing is stacking them up like this and using them next to my Hexagear or Joy Toy toys to kind of have like a, you know, like an access thing. You know how they have the little ports where the mechs might sit. So whenever you put them on your display, you automatically have a little display that you can set up on. Not only that, but the display looks cool. So if you added a little dry brush to this, all these details would pop. All it would need is a little silver. Literally, just take a silver brush, dry it off until it's almost completely dry, and just lightly brush it. All that stuff will pop. It looks so good. But I like that the backgrounds, the displays are actually getting a little bit more advanced and a little better each time they put one out. So just for these alone, it's almost worth the cost, honest to God. Just because it's a fun system. Let me see, where would I connect that to? Oh, I put it on the wrong side. But anyway, it's just a fun system that you can stack these and everything. And then you've got I know there's, you know, you can buy displays similar to this in a pack, and you might spend $20 or $25 on just the displays. So for this guy to be 25 or whatever he is, and I have broken him into bits, haven't I? It's pretty cool that he comes with all that extra stuff. Where did his arm go? I completely lost his arm. Here it is. Here it is. So it's pretty easy to take apart and put. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out this camera. There we go. It's pretty easy to take everything apart, put it back together. You can swap out hands really easy. Everything's really based on, you know, ease of use, but it still has a stiffness so that if you pose it and do some cool stuff with it, it's going to stay. It's going to stay in that pose. And of course, they're very flexible. In fact, the bots by themselves remind me of like one of those. One of the ones you buy now that people draw with, you know, or that it's just kind of fun to pose. It's built for posing and for articulation. Oops, unless you do that, of course, you knock off the armor. So it's easy to put together, easy to take apart. It's not really a surprising kit. You know, if you built one, you've built them all. What you're really paying for here are the pieces of armor, the new designs, the kind of additional lore you're kind of getting for your little setup. I like this one a lot because he is industrial. He's literally an industrial bot, so I'm going to have him like repairing on one of my working on one of my hexagear suits or something, so we'll see how that goes. But let's see how he looks on the shelf. I'm just going to throw him up there real quick because I have a pretty unique setup. Let's take a look here. So this is kind of funny. This is my current hexagear going along. Well, this guy's just kind of for fun right now. There's hexagear, and they're going to take over this whole shelf, and then I've got my Joy Toy figures and some random guys in there. And you see how I've got the display here, and it's going to you can stack them up. I'm going to start using those to be kind of like access ports and stuff like that. But here's the hexagear. The problem is I have this guy, and I've got all my governors. You can't really see in there because of the glare, but I got my governors and my other armored puppets in there. So that's a cool little display. You get these from Daiso, the Japanese dollar store, for I think $3, and those, they have a ton of them. But anyway, so I'm just going to stick him there for right now. Let's just kind of shove him there. There you go. Whatever. So he'll work out for there right now. But you can see how they look next to Hexagear, perfect scale. These guys are going to be just. I just love getting a new a new armored puppet, 57 toys, whatever you call an armored puppet, because they just go along with it so well. And they're not as expensive. I guess they're about the same price as a governor, but you seem to kind of get more. You know, you just get a little bit more stuff with it. So another great build. Check it out. Go buy one. Have fun, everybody. Bye-bye.